Hey guys, so today the whole AI industry is talking about MCP, Model Context Protocol, because of all the good reasons. And in this video, I'm going to talk about MCP, the evolution of MCP, and we will also see a simple demo of how we can use the MCP approach to access real-time information using Bright Data MCP. And yeah, I mean, let's get started. But before directly jumping into what is MCP, how does it work, let's go back a little bit and try to understand the evolution of MCP, right? How did we come till here, right? So it all started with traditional LLMs. LLMs responded based only on their training data. And if you asked the real-time information, LLMs started hallucinating, right? And then came the retrieval augmented generation, what we call RAG, where LLMs gain ability to access external data sources. And they started giving answers or responding back to the user with proper context. And we saw all that. And then came AI agents and agentic RAG, where multiple AI agents came together. Orchestrator agent coordinates multiple specialized agents, and we saw a collaboration and collaborative approach to solving a very complex problem. Right, that's where agentic applications and agentic systems came into the picture. And then came MCP, right? A standardized open source framework by Anthropic. It all started with Anthropic, basically, and then it basically enables seamless communication between AI agents and external services or tools, improves interoperability across AI ecosystem, and it basically simplifies the integration of tools and services. So that's why everyone is talking about MCP these days because of all the good reasons. And let's see in the next part of this video a simple demo of how we can basically access real-time information, proper real-time information using Bright Data MCP. So here is a simple MCP model context protocol workflow. In MCP's basic operation, a user sends a query to an agent, as you can see here, right? The agent then decides which MCP server and tool to call to get the relevant information for the operation or the task that the user has asked. And then the agent then uses the data from a specific tool to respond back to the user. So, and why this matters? Because MCPs are becoming essential infrastructure for AI agents and automation platforms to build agentic applications and services. And that is where Bright Data's MCP stands out by offering real-time, unblockable access to any website, automatic handling of JavaScript rendering, CAPTCHAs, geo-restrictions and server errors, scalable support for asynchronous multi-session workflows, seamless integration with Bright Data's full suite of tools, and this is especially valuable for developers building AI agents or autonomous tools, real-time research platforms, data pipeline for LLMs, and scalable AI-powered applications and agentic applications for systems. So Bright Data is an all-in-one platform for proxies and web scraping. So let's see how we can create a web search agent using Google ADK and Bright Data MCP and see how basically the whole MCP works through this simple demo. Hey guys, so this is the MCP repo, Bright Data MCP repo, and as you can see the description, powerful model context protocol MCP server that provides an all-in-one solution for public web access. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna basically you know create a web search agent built with Google's agent development kit ADK and Bright Data's model context protocol. So the agent can search the web and retrieve information based on the user queries. So this is the repo, like I said, about Bright Data MCP. the overview, the features. We've discussed some of them, and yeah, this is how you can get started. But this is what we are doing. We are basically creating a web search agent using Google ADK and Bright Data MCP, and these are the prerequisites. And how to get started. In the prerequisites, you need to have Python 3.12, 3.12 or later, Node.js or NPM for Bright Data MCP, and then Google Gemini API key, and then Bright Data account with the active web unblocker API zone for browser capabilities. Escaping browser zone is required as well. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go to the I already have my account, so I'll just log in. Um, so once we log in, we need to create a zone like it is said here, right? Um, Create a active web unblocker API zone. So web unblocker API zone, you can create one. Um, you'll get some free credits to do that. And, yeah, I have already created my MCP unblocker zone, and I have already got my API token. This is my API token. Just copy it, and according to your account, you copy your API token. Uh, so clone the repository and then create and activate a virtual environment, install the required packages. We need Google ADK, Google Generative AI, Python.env because we're going to store our credentials there. Install Bright Data MCP package, right? And then set up the environment variables in a .env file, right? Where you're going to add Google Gen AI use Vertex AI as false, and then add your Google API key, Google Gemini API key, and then configure Bright Data MCP credentials. So I have already cloned the repo, and this is my .env file, and where I have added my Google API key, that Gemini key, and then this is the agent.py where I'm gonna add the Bright Data API token. This is my API token, and yeah, I mean, let's go. Uh, Next, start the ADK web server, adk.web, and open your localhost 8000, and that's where you will see access the web interface. So let's do that. So we have configured everything. Now let's go and ADK web. As you can see, ADK web server started on your local host. Let's go to localhost 8000, right? And this is the dev UI from you know how we started from here, right? Uh, and now let's select the web search agent, and you can ask like, let's ask who is Donald Trump. This is kind of very easy. It just gets the information from the web and presenting to us. Who is Virat Kohli? Similarly, Virat Kohli is an Indian international cricket and former Indian captain. And then let's start a new session. Once you start a new session, and then you can ask a query like, what is the weather like in Bengaluru today? I mean, what is the weather in Bengaluru? So as you can see, it is going to the search engine, calling the tool search engine from because we have provided Google Gemini API key, and then using the um, right data MCP, it is getting the information, and then once the search engine is done, I mean, it is giving you the information like, hey, the weather in Bengaluru, Karnataka, India is mostly cloudy with a temperature of 84 degrees Fahrenheit. The humidity is 57% and the wind is 5 mph. So yeah, I mean that is how you can basically use Bright Data MCP server to access real-time information, whether it is weather data, whether it is the today's news, or anything that you want. So yeah, I mean, go to. I'm going to share the link, repo link. You can so that you can also go and try out the web search agent using Google ADK and Bright Data MCP. I hope you understood what is MCP, how does MCP works, and you also understood the Bright Data MCP capabilities, how to access real-time info. And yeah, I mean, if you have any queries, just let me know in the comments. Thanks.